I've been having fun doing this little game. Let me tell you this. Now's the time for you to stop before this gets extremely ugly.
Ooh. It's too late for that, my friend.
All right, if loving you is wrong, fans, that clip was definitely pretty tense about Larry and Eddie. Before going any further, disclaimer, in my video I posted a couple hours ago about did Eddie have an abusive childhood, and that explains how he is today. Somebody on Instagram, actually a few people, either hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and let me know. Remember that Eddie and Brad were both in, I believe, Iraq, and I believe Brad mentioned this back in like season 1, and that explains why Eddie is the way he is. Completely went over my head, my bad, oh well. But into this clip, let me just say this much. We know that Eddie is going to come over to Larry's office like he asked him to way back in the episode Let It Burn, if I'm not mistaken, and going to sit down and talk. And it seems to me that whatever Larry had planned for Eddie is going to be escalated due to the fact that Esperanza wants to take him down. And the episode is called Digging Up Old Dirt. So I believe in the trailer, Larry said that, you know, once I'm done creating this case against you, I'll be the least of your worries. There'll be a group of people like me doing far worse to you than I did. So I'm only imagining, aside from what Esperanza gave over to Larry, which technically she shouldn't have been giving him anything, because she said she would only give incriminating evidence against Eddie if things at their lunch date went sour. So I really don't know what that meant, but who knows? I mean, Larry being Larry, he probably used his connections kind of in a Veronica-esque fashion from the haves and the have-nots to get dirt. And I don't think he's going to lay a finger on Eddie in this episode. He's just going to lay into him with words. And you know, whatever Larry has planned against Eddie is serious if Eddie, in a calm tone, suggests that this has been fun, but we ought to just put it into it. That lets me know right now that Larry is definitely the one, no pun intended here, holding the ball on his side of the court. Because if Eddie was, you know, running this thing like he always claims he is, then there wouldn't be any problem. He would just continuously go on. Hell, he might even beat on Larry in the very room they're in. But the fact that Eddie is the one suggesting that they put it into this before it gets too, you know, dirty or whatever, no. Larry is definitely going to put his ass in his place. And if I'm not mistaken, the episode synopsis for tonight is Larry and Tanya both issue a fair warning to Randall, because we do know that for whatever reason Larry's trying to get Randall to look over some paperwork, and then Tanya goes over to Randall's house to tell him not to talk, or, you know, talk to me anymore, or look through my windows or whatever. So I do feel that Larry is definitely going to drop some bombshells on Eddie, and we'll just have to see how things turn out. But it definitely seems that Eddie is going to be spooked based off what Larry says. Also, going back to, what was it, last week when Eddie was pissing on Randall's yard, and he was just like, oh, you don't have to worry about me, worry about my man Larry, he's about to take you down. So I think that Eddie's probably going to remember those words as Larry's laying into him. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about what's going to go down in a couple hours on the show. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new content. And with that being said, guys, we got a new episode coming at 10. I don't know if I'm watching live yet. It depends on my sleep pattern. This isn't an excuse, but it's kind of like, from my perspective, you got to think like, I try to get as many videos out as possible before the episode airs, because OWN is very flimsy about when they release clips. So you can imagine that sometimes, oh, I got like 3 or 4 hours before the episode comes on, I could take my time and do these episode leaks. But then other times they just release clips like 7 or 8 o'clock, so I gotta rush to get this stuff out there. And then I figure that instead of overloading the channel, I'll just wait until the next day to do my episode review. So just keep that in mind. So once again, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 75,000 so we can get this giveaway, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.